Today, we are going to the Boston African American National Historic Site. We're going to learn all about the famous 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, first black regiment from the North to fight in the Civil War, and subject of the movie Glory. And then we are going to go to Durgan Park Restaurant, which has been there since 1826, and we're going to stuff our faces. And that is what we are doing today. Especially for black children in Boston, like I told you outside, black children in Boston could not go to any school. They could just only go to this school. And finally, all the schools in Boston were desegregated, which means if you were black, you could go to any public school. But for a while, this was it. This was it. Now this has been turned into the Museum of African American History, and this whole floor here is about the 54th Mass. So how many of you guys have seen that Glory movie? Haven't seen it? Okay, most everybody's seen Glory. If you haven't, you should get a copy of it, or we'll do it in the class. So the 54th was actually recruited in this building, and all this stuff on the walls here is about the 54th. You should take a look.
That there is death all around. The Negroes of the South must do this. They must make these slaveholders feel that there is something important about slavery.
This building right here, it was built in 1806. And that makes it the oldest African American church still standing here in the United States today. Now, this building here was really the centerpiece of the free black community that lived here in Boston during the 1800s, especially during the abolitionist movement. There were only roughly 2,200 free African Americans living in the city in this time period. That's according to the 1860 census. And about a third of that population in Boston lived right here on the northern slope of Beacon Hill, where we are now. So it made sense to have this building be built here. It's the Sarah Road, where Benjamin Roberts decided to sue the city of Boston for $600 for damages. Now, he's unsuccessful, but the fight from this community is kept up by other members, such as the man who lived right across from the meeting house, a man named William Nell. Mr. Nell grew up here, dealt with the racism, dealt with segregation, decided he wanted to change it. And through his efforts, and other members, through boycotts, petitions, and through just general awareness and holding meetings and whatnot, he's able to be successful in 1855 Massachusetts desegregated public schools. Now, this is an issue, definitely public, definitely would have been discussed here in this building.
Hey, who's hungry?
Hey! Man.
Pretty snowy. It's terrible. How was the trip, guys? Awesome.
Rob is an amazing mentor. He knows everything, and I believe that he does because he's amazing and he's been through a bunch of history. So Rob's really awesome. He's a really good mentor.